Hey YouTube, it's that time again. I just got really damn near got just finished watching Black Ink Crew episode 4, still season 2. Yeah, we right on that. If anybody pay attention, if y'all just watched it, we had all these commercials. Of course, we had the commercials pointing out to the Love and Hip Hop New York plug. Yeah, so after this Black Ink review, I won't be doing the review till 2 weeks from now, and of course, I'll be doing also the Love and Hip Hop New York, and even Chrissy and Mr. Jones, whatever that show Jim Jones and Christy's on. But I am still planning on, even though it just looks like a big ass music video, they were going to show a sneak peek. We've been seeing T-Boz and Chili damn near when I didn't watch basketball or anything, but I've just been seeing them all throughout all the commercial breaks promoting the sneak peek. But every time I see the goddamn, like I said, most of the time you see about the TLC show, I mean, a show, I meant to say the feature, film based on the career or whatever. It just looks like a damn big ass music video with just different actors playing the roles of Left Eye, T-Boz, and Chili. Okay, I know that's a little off the subject, but let's get into it. It was another chilled episode, but it's been good as far as I've been concerned. Okay, we picked up where we left off. It must have been like we're still on this thing where, okay, about the whole Sassy quitting thing, and just probably I don't know how many days afterwards. Well, first of all, this porn star named Candace Vaughn comes in and she wants to get a tattoo because old shit met her somewhere, some bar, whatever club, and I guess some telling about promoting, we get a tattoo from, Black Ink, whatever, right? And all of a sudden, she comes in and they just a shock because I think just Teddy and walked there because they still they were talking about something, but I guess it was irrelevant. I think no, not irrelevant, but I just don't remember. But I think it's still the situation going on with how Black Ink is turning type of thing. No, 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 no. I remember now. I don't been taking notes. I be hard headed and stuff about old shit and about his situation with his probation and so forth. And he's still in the process of possibly can go to jail and stuff. I think what 3 to 5 years, whatever. And the problem is that he's think he's his bonds bailsman has been marking down, of course, the old shit that he is supposed to he's supposed to report every time he's supposed to go go down there down there whatever, and also pay, and it's supposed to be the mark down whatever so he can take it to to the courts whatever. But he's here's old shit, he has one more time to not show up, and then he go to jail whatever, right? And he's acting shocked and acting like just because he gave him the bail's bondsman whatever, for also PO officer, whatever case his other title is, just because he hooked him up with a tattoo and shit. Now, unless it's somewhere in the law books or somewhere in the criminal justice department that you can just go ahead and if you give somebody a hookup, that is supposed to sit here and just smooth things over, and you can write that down and give you some extra credit, get a little initial here, just because, say, the person who's the parolee, or personal probation, whatever, they get extra credit points if they do something or hook up, the probation officer, bail's bondman, whatever. No. That has nothing to do just because you hooked up his tattoo means that's supposed to let you off hook or give you free extra credits. First damn near is because he had to pay $100 because he don't want to ride the bus and shit to go to see his the bail's bondsman / PL officer. Now all of a sudden now it's the thing is, well, I gave him a tattoo. Okay, back to the porno star Candace Vaughn. Okay, after they had that little conversation when Candace Vaughn comes in, after talk about shit, Teddy was basically saying, you better stop fucking up, and even Walt made a comment like, ain't like you tattooed the judge and shit. And it's like, stop fucking up. And we all know, shit is a magnet to put itself in shit. Okay, that is like I said. As I think just read my books also had said like his name he should be also he ain't shit, and that's also could be also one of his also known as one of his other nicknames, because that's pretty much what's happening now after Miss Candace, Candy Deep Throat whatever makes her way in and shit. She, like I said, she wants a tattoo of like her a rest in peace like thing to her grandmother, and of course they're just shocked and shit. Like, why in the hell would you want to get that on there? And you know, getting your backbone out and shit like that on the screen, whatever. That's all Teddy and Watt was thinking about. Oh shit, it's like he ain't got a problem with it, but most dudes might have a problem with same thing. But he ain't gonna take too much money because shit, this is money in his pocket, so he ain't gonna be too much like hell no, you shouldn't get this shit, especially when that's his job and that's how he gets paid is doing tattoos. So this heifer, I don't know whether it's chicken or not just shots. When I first thought she was talking about shots, I thought like maybe so the pain won't be sweet. Really, you shouldn't be intoxicated anyway, getting no damn tattoos and shit like that in the first place. You know what I'm saying? But I thought maybe she wanted the shot for herself. But it's like she encouraging and just sitting here just jugs all in jugs all there, and here you got this little cup and I was trying to get. I thought just sitting here and everybody take boo shop in the middle of titties and shit. You got Ted. I mean, that's not new. There's a bunch of wild shit, which it's not shocking. But everybody just taking boo shots all between the titties and shit. This is a comedy part when because she got on, I think, on the right side or upper back part. She gets this tattoo about it all the time, just get a rise to fuck. Oh shit, whatever. This bitch is acting like has one of those weird ass fashion, gets turns on by a certain taste. As soon as she's about to, get the needle run and stuff, she gotta sit here and start. Ooh, it sounds like a vibrator. And then she the whole time. I don't know how much she edited, but it's what we were seeing on screen. She had to sit there and moan through the whole entire time we watching this shit. I'm just like, this is fucking ridiculous, but this is true entertainment. I kind of wonder because since she knew she was on film and signed a release form and get a little extra bucks for whatever and get exposure, and then maybe she might have, I don't know, just because she's in that adult entertainment business wise, or because the fact Venus wise slash I'm on VH1, I get probably a little more exposure to what I'm doing and shit and doing parts whatever. I can probably get promotion if I just sit here and add a little extra and shit. She may not even be that extra in that way, but what I'm saying is some people the camera brings a little bit more out for some folks, so that gives them opportunity to bring it out of them, if you know what I mean. So the tattoo, it's all right. But you know what? This is one thing I was a little bit scared of. It had words. Now, y'all know if y'all seen that shit. As soon as she said something about rest in peace, I'm thinking like, unless it's a goddamn picture with colors, we all know it was going to be some shit. Old shit and fuck up the damn, just fuck up the damn memory piece. Somehow something's going to run. I was thinking, maybe they edited it on the side, but hopefully somebody had an iPad, look on the Android, iPhone, something, and then hopefully this young lady, because just because she parsed, I don't mean she ain't smart or whatever the case is, did her homework, whatever, because he had to draw in right. Remember against. That's all I have to say about that one. But apparently she was okay with it, whatever. So it must have been. I mean, I didn't pay. I just was sitting there like, did he do R.I.P. right? I'm just saying, look like it was spelled right. I mean, like I said, Constantine. I think her name was Constantine. Whatever it was, she was okay with it. Whatever case, she got the exposure, got a rise out of the dudes in the thing, whatever. Da da da. She was on the merry way. Now, next up, like I said, it was just things that went on and off in what I think at the top of my head. I would have bring up branching off to the Olsen situation. Now, there's a scene where we see this bitch. Now, somebody must have took their meds or whatever the case is at the moment, or wasn't high or pills, whatever the case was. Because if you pay close attention to seeing this later on in the show, where he goes to meet up with a baby, her name is Crazy Kathy or Crazy Kathy bitch, whatever. The one who's the mother of oh shit's son. And she's up here. If you notice when she came in there, as far as I'm concerned, in the first episode, her intentions were, if you pay attention to her clothes color, she came in all black, her hair and everything, it shared her mood. Like I said, she was determined there to cause problems. When she came in there, when they met, and what I meant to say is when oh shit met up with her at the park, and this is boy just talk a little bit. She's sitting here with a neon shirt on, curls in her hair, and just all bright, even bright nails. She came in totally different of 180 on some passive aggressive, real passive aggressive bullshit, or we just gonna throw it out the window. And then this bitch is still proving that she and Duchess need to go to the same doctor. The same doctor, sitting up there, I'm saying the doctor sitting here writing and shit, writing out, and you talk to them and stuff like that. I'm not saying it's nothing wrong, but just like there's a lot of problems that need to be addressed, and they're being brushed on the rug, and we as the audience get to see and sometimes enjoy what the fuck's going on. And so she's trying to still justify, say this other girl's talking shit. Well, she wasn't saying any social networks, no websites, and she called on the phone, texting us, talking. It was nothing to indicate this girl's talking shit, because she keeps saying that Caitlyn, whatever, the girl that's supposed to testify, and oh shit's current one of his, love interests, shit like that, because he's Mr. Love and shit, right? She still is claiming that she's the other woman. I don't know what the fuck is, or maybe in her head, the other woman is because you moved on away from me, so she's the other woman. Because as far as I figured out about this bitch, she figures, like I said before, and probably a couple of episodes ago, that this bitch thinks she's one of them people thinking because I fucked you, then on top of I had a child by you, you always belonged to me. But she she was saying, like, I guess when they actually used to, live together and shit like that. She ended up taking off a while. He couldn't find her and the baby, whatever, one time. And she's trying to say, the problem is I don't have to be friends with your other bitches and so forth, which is true. But the thing is, you came and attacked. And by the way, I want to add this. This is the only time I've seen the lost scenes and stuff, or, the lost scenes, whatever. And they had, for the first episode, there was Kaylin and oh shit came to shot, and they were talking to Puma about the fight. This bitch keep trying to say, like, okay, she knows she's wrong for a certain amount of thing, but on streetwise she was right. You have no justification. This bitch did not come for you or threaten you or your child in any way, form. And then the bitch didn't actually fight her fair. What she did was some suck up shit, okay? Suck up punk shit, okay? Because she came behind the girl while she was at the table, and this is what Caitlin was saying in the lost scene, if anybody's seen it, and basically grabs her hair and slams her face into the table. Now, ain't that some bitch ass shit? And then she's sitting here to keep trying to justify, you didn't even fight the bitch fair. It ain't like you came in there and she was turning around facing each other. You came on some I'm gonna sneak attack shit to the fullest, okay? So, as far as I'm concerned, your justification, even down to fighting, is on some bullshit. Now, Karma is a bitch, so, she better turn around, if you know what I mean. Because he's, old shit in this scene is trying to explain to her, basically, like, because of what you did, she may not even testify. And she's trying to justify, say, okay, it's your fault, and she don't want to do it. Something like I said, something about these bitches, sometimes I start tuning out and shit. But me paraphrasing and what I was understanding is, she was basically trying to say, okay, if it happens that you go to jail or she don't testify, oh well, but I don't want to, I have nothing to do with it. She wants to raise quote quote a family and stuff like that, and she's trying to get sympathy is, I had to keep dealing with your circumstance. So blah blah blah, who gives a fuck, okay? Next scene. Now, we go back now. This is one of my favorite parts is it's in between episode where Mommy, Caesar's mom, comes in. And you got Duchess sitting up here, of course, happy as fuck, because, her and obviously C's are just know that Mommy's gonna sit here and be the voice of reasoning. But in other words, instead of be voice of reason, basically also known as, I know she got our side. So when Mommy comes in, whatever, she's basically saying, like, something's missing. How she knows probably the energy is off and everything else, people missing. She's like, okay, where's everybody? I'll just see y'all too. Then I think Teddy was there, and Teddy, I don't know what was there or not. Walt Mason's guest appearances and shit. But the main thing is that when they're trying to justify, make it, here's Caesar's making it seem like he has done all this shit for Puma. I don't know why, but I feel like I said is because Puma, plus because the thing is he has to listen to Duchess and Ass kiss her to the fullest. Now the Southern Puma was pretty much a leech, is what the fuck he was trying to explain to his mommy. And then the thing is about the joke, here's Duchess trying to explain like, well, she said this shit about our relationship on Instagram, so yeah, it was this rumor that, I said that Tim Turner slept with somebody. And Teddy also said, about, somebody ends up texting her, Sassy, and says that, Teddy had confirmed and said that they slept together, something like that, verifying and confirming, and she's just, even my mommy's like, okay, that wasn't right. Y'all got a problem, y'all businessman, whatever. You go to the back, you don't hold grudges. Basically that's not right about what happened. And even as far as Puma's situation, he should resolve it, and the Sassy thing resolve it. And this rumor stuff, she know the night in there, Rick Randall, she said, y'all just, this is immature stuff. What type of mess is this type of thing? And Caesar ends up walking out, of course, because Duchess, of course, wants to justify anything she does. And even Teddy basically was saying like it needs to be solved in a better um way, whatever, because it does. And by the way, here's another scene that was kind of like McGinn. I think Walt was there, C's was there, and I think oh shit made a guest appearance also. I think this is where mom came, and this young lady comes in, and because here she's just the one, and ain't like she sat there and just came to shop herself. He's doing interviews for tattoo artists just in case oh shit does have to go to jail. And this girl had a portfolio, and that girl had some ill ass shit, good details, sheeting, very detailed photographs, and or as oh shit said, they're fancy, but he was saying she was good, but then he was thinking like, I don't know, in the back of his mind, he's this little one-on-one thing. He was like, yeah, she good, but I don't know if he's a hire now, considering that, he don't want his spot taken, whatever, just in case. And then, if he had old shit, he looked at it. Then he had to have his master, I forgot, his girlfriend, his queen, look at the shit. And before she even gave the polo, you just seen Duchess look on her face. She was already imitated on the fact of knowing that she was a female and possibly would be employed. Like I said, the only reason why she Coco's cool with mommy and his sister, now number one, because mommy, that's his mom, and the sister, but also top of that, the sister, as far as we know so far, which I haven't seen her since she was ass kissing, last episode before last, um, it's really those reasons, because those are family members and they somewhat seem to agree to with her to a certain point. No, not really mommy to a certain extent now, but I know the sisters sit up there, doing a little yes a master and shit. So anyways, when the girl, was saying she was wanting to do clientels here, but she also was trying to process doing her shop. And like I said, even if she didn't say that comment, you already knew Duchess was, when she did the profile. I don't see why, you do that. That'll be disloyal. Here, I don't know why, but the bitch always, is it just me? The bitch always makes comments towards this imaginary kingdom. Mama D quotes type down there on the shit, okay? She just used bigger words because, Mama D actually was a nurse too before she had an accident, was a pimping and stuff like that. I know we prepare for trash, but I'm just saying, it's like I have a master's degree, so I want to use all the words to Webster dictionary and shit, and I took some extra history classes. That's how that bitch talk, okay? At times, because a couple extra middle ages ancient history classes. That's how that bitch be talking sometimes. At least this season and shit. So she basically, that's the reason why C's didn't want to hire and just change her mind. The girl was still, I gotta admit to her, she didn't roll her eyes and nothing. She just, okay, are you sure they want to guest spot? And then even the confessional C's was all talking about with her fake tail. Yeah, that ain't no loyalty, but you didn't have a problem processing hire, even when she said about the process about the shop. Until your master, okay, sat there and say that no, she shouldn't be hired. Then it became a fucking problem, okay? So, anyways, after that little damn scene, we're going back and forth with Puma and his situation. He ends up talking to Alexis, and Alexis, of course, has to get her 5 minutes in because we all know, just like Duchess and Crazy Kathy Mama and Mug Duck, Little C's mom, to Tiffany, I think that's the bitch's name. Just like a lot of them, she has to be, get her little 5 minutes in fame at any cost, right? So she's coming in and, about to shop agreeing with, because Puma's mini and Puma flat about said, like, basically this nigga's pussy whipped. Um, Basically she's spraying the shop down, whatever the case is, and he is sees us, pushing everybody away, just paraphrasing, Alexis, this bitch is, oh yeah, Alex, Alexis, whatever the hell her name is. Oh, yeah, irrelevant, that should be one of her names. But she's just like, oh yes, the shop has went down. Yeah, I understand. Blah blah blah. She is, cancer. It's a good way for her to pass on that she wasn't part of the bullshit. Whatever. Like I said, she should have been taken out in the first place. But as we realize what Duchess' real agenda is, so the thing is, Puma. That's when he first admits about he wants to possibly open up his own shop. And I forgot to mention, like I said, I'm just doing on top of my head. No. This is a later scene with Mommy and Lil C's by themselves. But what Puma was like, basically, he helped out with the shop as well, like from day one. You know what I mean? And that's what Puma's saying, like, don't underestimate me and stuff like that. That was the last fucking straw as far as fucking me over. So he's about to make his own shop, and so another good scene. Now we got like I said, we only had two tattoos basically, I think, this episode. Like I said, is the minimum of one, maximum of three, whatever. So another scene was, I remember, was old shit old customer. He was obviously in the process when old shit got arrested, last season. And he was getting, like arm sleeve halfway, like New York, you got the Statue of Liberty up here and stuff like that. And also, Luke C's had to finish, the sleeve and stuff like that. So the dude comes back in, and I guess he gonna have old shit, finish the rest of it and stuff, right? So, oh shit, comes out, whatever, and he thinking the dude, is coming in for him, and the dude's like, oh no, I'm for old shit, then C's gonna come out like, he chose me, blah blah. I mean, I didn't choose him, chose me, type of shit, right? So now all of a sudden, he goes over in the tattoo, and he first went at taxi tab and stuff, just like the things of Highlight in New York. And he was like, no, let's talk about the griminess about really what New York is, like the women, shit like that. And so he ends up doing like all of this on the side, whatever, like a woman, whatever. It was cool. It just needed more shade and shit like that. I don't know if he was finished, or he was just taking a break as he was doing and just doing like 95%. I don't know. But, this is when C's wants to sit here and say, like, I have epiphany. I came up from nothing. New York is, about the hustle and considering the type of life I have. I'm a business. A lot of people say, wow. Yeah, it's wow now, considering people are seeing this shit and who probably knows about this service situation behind the camera and shit and behind what we see as an audience. Yeah, we saying wow, because wow, dude, you about to fuck up everything over some southern pussy, basically. So I'm just saying is that because I every time I kept talking about how he has his shit together and blah blah blah. All I keep flashing in my head is either Duchess or this light bill situation. So if you're taking away from your business and shit like that, you need lights, okay? There's very few businesses I know that don't have to have no social. I don't know, but I'm just saying 9 times out of 10 or 9.9 times out of 10, you need lights. Even just flash. I'm just saying. So with him sitting up here trying to give us, he's having a moment of, how he is came to be and he has these blessed. I mean, it's good to understand and recognize where you came from, but you also need to realize that you still need to work on some things. And he's sitting here to a certain extent, like, I came from this and I'm at where I'm supposed to be at, actually. And it's kind of like, bro, you walking backwards with your eyes closed. Okay, just walking back and you ain't even looking back, just walking backwards. Okay, because as far as not being responsible, not paying the bills, which was never enforced, you in a turbulent, somewhat violent relationship that is high schoolish with your queen and shit in the Middle Ages and stuff, and y'all invisible peasants and shit like that. And you're getting rid of not just business people, but Sassy was kind of new. I know Sassy came in. Puma had just kind of brought Sassy in. But I'm saying is you're killing French, because I know he knew oh shit like a long time too. I don't know how long we knew Alexis, whatever, but she's, like I said, irrelevant. I don't know how I know Teddy's cousin, but I don't know if he came on, and I don't know how I forgot how long knows what. But I'm just saying is it's like you're ruining everything for for this. And it's like, you know, like I said, it's like she has, besides this kingdom, she wants to bring her degrees, and from the fact she's from down south. Okay, and I know quite. I mean, I heard or known of some people that just because they have degrees don't mean shit. Because that common sense could be down somewhere in the trash. Okay, so and it throws out whatever gifts and talents that she has, because now she's your downfall. Okay, because that's what is starting to happen up. And maybe some miracle might hope up, or like where they can get the business back together. But but anyway, so he does attack. Like I said, it's ill and shit. But I noticed the comment he said, like towards the end, whatever. It's like, oh well, you're not gonna be going back into the old shit no more, no more. He's like, no, but like I said, it's like here she's, old shit was bringing about the loyalty thing and stuff like that. Well, I mean, considering, yeah, that's a chance you take that you do lose customers, stuff like that. But even Cease could have just said this one comment personally. That's just my opinion. It's like, you know what? You don't have to come back to me. Do you want Cease? He didn't get an option like, do you want to go back and oh shit since he's here and finish it up since he's the one started. I just did it proper for you, but whatever. Okay. Maybe hopefully the money he got from taking over his customer he might use towards the light bill. Yeah. So anyways, after that there's you got Puma meeting with old shit, and this is after the taking of the customer thing, and he sits there, and Puma was, like I said, talking to old shit about, of course, this business arrangement about him about to come up with a shop, and again talking. And also it was an interesting fact that Puma's mother was the epidemic when it, especially during the 80s. She was on drugs, and I know he was saying something about being shipped in the '70s. He hasn't talked to his mother in a few years, and she reached out to him on Facebook, I guess not too long ago when this was filming, and she wants to meet her grandchild and I guess make amends with him. So he's thinking about it, and the ocean and him is talking besides about this business and moving on and just say fuck black ink and stuff. So Ocean said, just try for the sake of this child. He's her grandmother. So, Puma decides later on, which we see, just to cut this out the way, because I want to get to the last, the conclusion with this fuckery and shit with Duchess and, her two personalities and shit, right? So, I'm going to talk a little longer than I have been with this, considering that you're not going to see me, okay, in about 2 weeks with this. I mean, with this show, you're going to see me some more reviews, but I'm just going to give y'all a few extra minutes, okay? All right. So, anyways, they that Puma does end up seeing his mom, and I mean you could tell, maybe it's just me, but somebody in their eyes you could tell that Puma's mom. I don't know if Puma has any siblings because that's never been discussed, but it just seemed like hopefully, and it was a moment she got to see her granddaughter, got to meet Puma's fiance, and I hope. And like he said, that he hopes that this is a good start. And it just seemed beautiful. That was a beautiful moment. Okay, now we go to the next chapter. Now Cease ends up meeting mommy again. Like she seemed cool as hell. She is the voice of reason. I mean that woman right there, is she seems cooler than a polar bear's toes in the Antarctica and swimming in the ice water. I mean she just seemed cool, at least for what I see. I didn't see kind of the end of the episodes last season, but it just seemed like she came to boil reason in, and she came in like fuck the bullshit. She see, because you do have to disagree. Even the people you cool with to this day, or they family, close fam, you can't always agree with each other. That's no balance. Okay, let me get back to what I was saying. So in T ways, she wants to talk one on one about the stuff, and she basically saying like Puma was the one who helped, and I think she was even mentioning too when they were talking about in the shop. But she knows that Puma actually was the one who helped and was consulting and helped drive people into the shop. And I think he also does like PR, where as we've seen what he did with his fashion show, we've seen UFO. Like I said, get my little coins together and stuff like that. And I might buy if they could stretch. You know what I mean? I might buy a couple items because his shit look kind of ill for what I seen. And But she was just saying, like, besides the business thing that Puma has helped out with, like I said, Caesar still wants to sit here and say, like, he basically was dead weight and I've been the one, holding everything together and shit, type of thing. And, the mom was basically saying, you have to make things right, basically the situation. You just go into details. And he was just pushing, what I'm saying, like his mom aside. So she was like, that's your problem. You can't just shut everybody out of your life, which is true, okay? Message, okay? She's just like this. If you sit here and keep pushing everybody away, you're going to be a grumpy old man by yourself. And then, too, everybody going to sit here and think of you as nothing but being, this grumpy old ass man, because that's gonna ruin the people. And that she's like, that's not really who you are. She sees the good side, she sees his heart, she knows the good and the bad. But she's like, this is basically like, don't lose yourself, don't be negative, don't sit here and keep doing this to folks. You know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta let a few folks in, you know what I'm saying? Even though you still gotta protect yourself, of course. The thing is that it's like she just sees the self-destruction indirectly, and it's like, you gotta bring a solution to this problems. Okay. Well, problems, okay. Now, back to, I guess he did say he was stubborn, but he did listen to mama, because he did take some of the stuff she said. Shockingly, he listened besides blah, 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 okay. He listened to someone besides his precious Duchess, okay. Or as she said, everybody knows me as Duchess and blah, blah, blah. And I'm not a mignon, steak mignon, whatever the word she used, okay? You got puppet, okay? That's what the fuck I'm going to say. Stick with, okay? And I'm thinking, no shit. We all think Caesar is your bitch. So I don't understand where she's sitting here and reversing shit and trying to make it seem that people think like she is under C's, and we all already know, okay? C's is like this. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Okay, so we already know how that goes. So in T ways, he decides, shockingly enough, his mommy was able to reach through enough where he ends up talking to her about it. And again, she wants to sit here and talk about there's casualty wars, then there's no casualty wars, and mignons, steak mignons, and all this shit, whatever, right? And, basically making it seem like she's still trying to justify what the fuck she did to Sassy. And Caesar saying, please just talk to her and stuff like that, because it didn't end, basically saying like that's not right, and you should at least talk to her and try to fix things, since basically indirectly started shit. Because even when she was saying something about the knights and charming armor and shit, and the princesses, and the princess Rapunzel and shit, with her damn braid and shit sticking out on on down on the castle, shit. She's around this time had this look on his face like, the fuck. I'm sorry, I was just gone for this evening about that shit, because we, somehow we should have had closed caption and translating what the fuck she was saying, because even at times, if you pay attention, anybody pay attention when they're doing that one angle of the side of her face, and she just kind of looked at belligerent, like something, you could see her spirit was kind of like, okay. So, they even had to cut commercial break and still back with her and her princesses and horses and, the Robin Hood and all this other shit, okay? And this is one thing about Duchess and her kingdom, right? Now, if y'all remember, I don't remember and I don't feel like Googling, right? But all of us mostly remember in history class one time about this particular queen, and somewhere ain't over here in the United States, but somewhere in Europe, somewhere over there, okay? I think in the Middle Ages or something. All I know is when we all weren't here yet, okay? This present time, it was here 1800s, probably before then. But the moral of the story is, it's like Duchess, like I said, she wants to have her kingdom. She better have her shit in order, because she's gonna be just like what happened and this is real life, okay? Remember, all the townspeople, most people in this country and in their kingdom, that weren't in the kingdom and they just were regular common folks, were all starving and shit, right? Then all of a sudden, I think somebody came to her, or people, whoever, and came to the queen, was like, your people are starving. What are you going to do? This bitch got the nerves. I got rest, so I don't mean to call her a bitch, but I'm just saying that was some fucked up shit. What she did, she had nerve to say, okay, let them eat cake, and we all know. And, the bitch was I don't mean call it because the woman is deceased. And that was fine what she said. I don't want to speak foul on the dead. Okay, what who is the bitch is actually Duchess. Okay, because she gonna be like that as far as I'm concerned. Because in a minute, her kingdom and her ring or title as a queen, she eventually is gonna be this as far as her title because it, besides in her imaginary mind, this is the black ink as far as I'm concerned is going downhill unless she's able, because we all can fall and get back up and stuff like that. People ain't gonna really fuck with them, probably because it's gonna be a stigma with her ass. Like, ain't nobody wanna fuck around. I don't want her to deal with that. She might snap at me and shit, and whatever the case is while doing the tat. So I'm just saying is she better be careful, or this gonna be happening to her precious kingdom, even to herself as having this queen title. Not just even with ceasing relationship, but it's just that like I said, okay. So anyway, the last scene is Sassy, who thought, and I first thought somewhat too that but we already know it was still kind of iffy that when she met up with Sassy, that she was finally going to, resolve and at least apologize. But we did see in the preview some shit with this much shit she talked. She must have knew Sassy would take her two fingernails and slash that bitch across the damn face with, her with two of us stiletto nails, okay, and just mollywop that bitch because I do notice that she lied. First she came in there and again putting the blame on somebody. Sassy's just wanted was an apology. And this bitch got the nerve to be saying, okay, did you want to talk first? And Sassy got this look like, okay, I can talk first. And here she's still stuck on Instagram. Now I don't know what the fuck was said, but it wasn't really too foul. And what it turns out was Sassy was like, I didn't say anything that I did not say to you. It wasn't like I was talking behind your back. This is stuff what I was saying, like it could be positive and negative because of the thing of business with mixing business with pleasure. And that's what you and C's were doing and stuff like that. So that was the chance, of you taking by having, a relationship and y'all work in the same business and stuff like that. And here, Duchess still, I don't know. It's just she irks me now. But she's still someone trying to justify it about it's not, because she it's not going to be negative and stuff like that, and y'all wrong. Because Sassy Mitch, like everybody knew that it might have been a chance, and it seemed like it turned out as it is that it's her and him against the whole, against everybody else in the shop. And that is what the fuck is happening. And then she's just like, no, y'all wrong, because we in the kingdom and y'all puppets and minions and shit, we are everything, okay? And y'all can kiss my ass and I'm sorry, I just thought about the first episode and shit. And so, anyways, she had the nerves to say, and then when he bring up about Sassy was bringing up about the whole thing with, the Teddy them rumor. And this thing, like I said, this punk ass bitch shit, she gonna say, oh, Teddy was the one that did everything. And he started the rumor. And then, cause that's one thing Duchess was bringing up when she was talking about, lollipops and unicorns and shit. And casualties and about, and five Frenchmen, whatever the fuck she was talking about. She was sitting there also saying, like, Ted, Sassy now was the only person closest to was Teddy in the shop, and Teddy's bringing up that shit. And like I said, every time she talks now, it's like I listen, especially with reviews and catching on certain shit, but I tune her out. Stupidity, negativity. You kind of sometimes just do the Charlie Brown and all that bullshit. But yeah, so she ended up, you know, lying, and Sassy even knew that the shit was bullshit. She was just like, that was her last straw. She was just like, you know what? That's why Puma is about to make a shop, and I'm leaving there. Of course, Duchess in her confessional thing was saying, like, well, he gonna have to be power washing stuff before he business. She can go about her business. So and she ends up leaving and stuff like that, and that kind of ends the episode. And it's kind of like, well, we just go with the sneak peeks. Teddy got three hoes. I don't know where they at. Three hoes about to fight, whatever the case is. We got Puma about to announce some event that Teddy is at about he's about to make a new shop because like I said, that was the last straw. That was the two things that highlighted. And then Jadakiss was talking to Seasons. He's talking about kind of on the same level. It seemed like as far as like how Seasons' mom was talking about you need to resolve this and this is a friendship and there are disagreements and shit like that, which is true. It just seemed like based on what we see, it really was no reason how the way he kind of hold Puma. So, yeah, I went a little further and stuff. Like I said, not run a little extra minutes, me talking stuff, and then, like I said, we got the TLC movie, which I know all y'all be watching. I'm gonna watch just to see how it is and review it, and depending on how good it is, the more I'll probably talk about it. But anyways, before I'm in this episode, remember, don't just check my Black Ink reviews, but who else consistent? We got a Lala, Black. Oh Lord, I hope I don't remember. We of course have Mike, 801. I do not want to mess that man up. Shout out to him. He's been cool with me since I started starting these bids and stuff like that. He really has helped me get a couple subscribers, and he's real supportive, cool as hell. We got the Ghetto View and THA. She also does, of course, Bondy Blue. She was the one who inspired me. Ashley Shy Miller also does this. Bianca Brooke also does it. I hope I'm saying the child's name out. I just found out about her too. Blacken. Rose also do it. It's this other lady I think who does it. Is AK wants some. I'll maybe next time we'll put the names in and stuff like that because this is a few books. But like I said, and like and enjoy and subscribe, share around. But also, and how can I not forget Much Love KY also does reviews on this as well. And on further note, I'm about to get out of here. I hope y'all have a lovely night and lovely weekend, and I'll see y'all the next time. Take care and good night.